The first thing that people perceive wrongly is that they believe that these children are orphans and have no families. Second, they believe that these children were actually born to street families, meaning a mother and father who live on the streets, and now that child has grown up on the streets.
And that, sadly, is very much the mentality. It's like, well, aren't they better off in a children's home where they're getting 3 square meals a day and an education than growing up in a slum?
And when we assume that children need to stay within an institution long term that have been on the streets, we're in essence saying 2 things. First off, this child is too bad ever to return home again. And then secondly, that this family is ill-equipped and unable to care for this child.
These children have problems at home, and now you want to take them back to that family. So it was a piece that was not making sense to us.
Many did not like it. Even me and other staffs were like, what is this reintegration?
I feared that these children, we could not be able to take them home.
Because some of us, we misunderstood. We thought maybe these people, the missionaries or whoever is concerned, they have brought new changes so that they can dump our boys back at home.
I know sometimes the kids, they don't want to go to their home because of the experience they had. Sometimes the parents themselves, they don't want to accept the kids because maybe of their financial situation or their status. But that's why we are called to work with both.
It's no different. They love their children. They would love to be able to care for their children. And we can help them.
Agape started in 1993, and in its first 15 years of operations, we conducted rehabilitation on a long-term basis. Children were rescued as young as of an age of 8, and then spent the next 10 years of their lives at Agape. We found over time, though, that this was horribly damaging to these children because we took a critical piece of their identity away from them, their family and their home.
We can perhaps go in and say, what do you need to care for your children? Why don't we put the power with them and say, what do you need to look after your child? What is going to help your family? What is going to help this community?
When I joined Agape, the fear that I had was taking these children back home, because home was not the best place for them, as I thought by then. But over 10 years, I've come to realize that home is the best and the perfect place for these children.